Let's take a look at what's happening with Tesla and also the stock indices. Tesla, we are up $6.24, up 2.45%, closed at 260.46. So let's take a look at what we have here on our chart. The chart is guiding us. It's guiding us. The lines are guiding us. We know when a move is just noise, and we know when a move is a significant move just by looking at these lines. And these lines are not randomly drawn. They are drawn using past moves that were significant. So when we break one of these lines, this is significant. Each line has a different level of significancy, but each move through a line is somewhat, at least a little bit significant, more than just noise. Right now, we have a big resistance. So what does a resistance mean? Resistance, we hear this word all the time, technical analysis, resistance. So this is the area where sellers overpower the buyers. This is what this means. It resists the price moving. And, I don't need to listen to a CNBC, MSNBC financial analyst to know that. I can get the actual trades that are happening on the stock market, and I plot them on a chart. And then I'm using my eyes to see where the price stops. Simple enough. Simple enough. Yes, it is simple. So if we take a look at this, we see here the price went higher and higher and higher. Then boom, it stopped. Okay, it stopped there. 265.32, December 2023. Came down a whole lot. Try it again. I cannot make this up. Try again. Boom. In July of this year. Did not succeed. And for those that like to understand the shapes, this is a cup, the cup and handle. This is a cup and handle. 265 is a big number. It's a big, important number. It's been 1 year almost, close to a year. If we go back to when we crossed it the last time, September 2023. So it's been a year. It's been a year that nobody had to pay higher than 265.32 to get a share of Tesla. Why? Because there's enough supply. There's enough supply to bring the cost lower than 265.32. That's it. There's plenty of supply. There's less supply right now than we had in April of this year. The supply was so much bigger that we could get the Tesla share at 170. It's pretty good. Now the price seems to tighten a little bit. It goes up. So the supply seems to tighten. We have a tightening in supply. And people want some shares, so price has to go up. Why do people want some shares? We can debate that all night long with a few beers. We can debate that. Well, it's because October 10th, Tesla is going to announce its robo-taxi, and they might announce Tesla Model 2. Well, it's because Tesla is going to announce its deliveries October 1st. So you might all be right. I don't really care who's right. I don't really care exactly why, but we see the effect. Buyers are now overpowering until 265.32. And it's impossible to know why people are buying Tesla. You could have ARK Invest that decides to load up on Tesla. You can have any other institutional investor that decides to load up on Tesla. We cannot know for sure. But what counts is the actual tug of war between the buyers and sellers. And right now, we are very close to have another test of 265.32. Let's switch on the 1-hour chart. So switching on the 1-hour chart, we have a little bit more detail. So right now on the 1-hour chart, we are into a congestion zone between 251.33 and 260.25. We have a little bit more resolution because you see on the daily chart that we are making a flat top a bit below than 265. So that flat top, we can identify more clearly here on the 1-hour chart. So you see here, we tried exactly at 9:30 yesterday. We broke a little bit. So some buyers had to pay higher than 260.25. Then it came back down. And we tried again today. And look at this. This green candle closed above. This last candle also closed above. So if we look at this here, we could not close above. We went above and we closed below. But now we closed above for 2 candles. This is telling me that we should be at least testing 265.32 on Monday because buyers are stronger today than they were yesterday. The big test is going to come at 265.32. This is where the big test is going to come. If we start breaking 265.32, closing above, when I say break, but I mean close. Breaking and coming back is not enough. We had done this right here. July 10th, we did it. July 11th, we did it. So this does not count. Closing above, that counts. So if we close above, then this is going to show us that we are moving higher. So this would be a bullish sign. So this is one sign. We are looking at different signs. We are looking at so many stuff at once, but this is one sign that we could be going higher. If I come back to this 1 hour chart, look at how the stock behaved compared to the moving average. You know, we had a move up right here away from the moving average. This is the moving average, a 21-day exponential moving average. So you see how we are going away, getting back close to it, getting away from it, getting back close to it. This is pretty much picture perfect. And now we are starting to move away again. So we'll see if we are going to go through 265.32 or not. Nobody knows. It's impossible to know. But if it happens, we are going to see it. Then we can decide if we want to join the crowd. But anyway, so some of us are already into Tesla because we had the break at 234. At 234, we had another ceiling, another resistance. We had that there. Smaller one, you know, it was not a big one like this 265.32. It was a smaller one that is leading us some profit. So profit is good. This 265.32 one, this big one could yield us a much bigger profit because we have been cut under this congestion zone. This is how we call that, the congestion zone. You know, it really started in October, congestion zone. This is the length of that congestion zone. We should be expecting the same move, but upward. So this is the amplitude of this move right here. So from 265 to this support right here, we should be, once we cross 265.32, we should be getting the same length. And if you look at this, the same length takes us to $400. This is called the measured move. We moved lower. We should be moving higher at the same amplitude. If we have a nice move that makes us break 265.32, maybe this is going to require some news. Maybe this is going to require, October 16th. This is when Tesla is going to talk about their earnings. So is it going to happen October 10th with the robotaxi? Is it going to happen October 16th at the earnings call? And this will also tank at the same time, or it could go up. Or is it going to happen in the run-up with the news that are going to come out about Tesla? So depending on this whole thing, this is going to influence the buyers and sellers. And this is what we do on this channel. And we have a private Discord community where we are looking at a bunch of stock, not only Tesla, but Apple, Amazon, AMD, Adobe, ARM, Google, Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. We are identifying the buy signals on these stocks when they happen. So you don't have to check anything. And the buy signals are going to be given to you into the private Discord community. Not in the form of a video, because video takes time, but the buy signals are going to be there. Anyway, For those who own Tesla shares recently, that bought recently, that traded it recently at 234 right here, because we identified that we had a close above, a break and a close above. Those that are still in it, you can sell at any point. You can sell in profit if you want the profit, take the profit and go buy some stuff. But if you don't need the profit right away, my way of doing it is that why sell when a stock is maintaining itself? I never sell when a stock is going higher. I want to let my winners ride, like David Sachs says, let your winners ride, let them ride. When they make a pause, it does not mean that they are going to go down. They are just taking a pause, a horizontal pause. A pause means that it's not really coming down, it's staying the same. This is what we have right here. If we go on the 1 hour chart, there's a little bit of zigzagging, but we are pausing. We had the break here. It's zigzag going up, and now it's zigzagging going sideways. So now it's pausing. And as we have just seen, it's pausing on the upper side. It's pausing on the upper side and even closing above a previous short-term resistance. So, this is not looking too bad. Yes, we could have a crash on Monday because the war starts between the world and Israel, as is explained in the book of Revelations. If we take a look at the economic indicators that happened today, so the core PCE price index month over month, 0.1%. So this is below market expectations of 0.2. So prices are increasing a little bit less. Personal income month over month, a little bit lower. The previous number was at 0.3 and now it's at 0.2. So a little bit of decrease in personal income growth and decrease in personal spending also. So, these last two numbers are not as good because, the money that people are spending is a little bit less. So maybe there's a contraction, in the economy. So this is not super good, but, it did not seem to have that much of an impact on the stock market. These analysts forecast Q3 deliveries at 470,000 units with a target price of $201. So the target price is, it does not make any sense. And this robotaxi is set to launch in October, making a significant event for the company in the electric vehicle market. Lots of interesting things that are in the air. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. This is of concern. VIX is up 10%. So when the VIX is going up, the stock market tends to go down. So this can have a negative impact. Maybe Tesla is not feeling it right now, but still it's not super good. So we need to keep watching this, and maybe if this starts to go a little bit too high, we need to take some profit and let things cool down. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. So Dow Jones trying to move higher, was squished down a little bit. So we definitely see a very short-term resistance. We have a little bit of a flat top right there. Flat top that we have broken today. Okay. S&P 500 staying above the support that we broke last week. NASDAQ still above support, still above 19,938. So things are looking okay. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. I have different tiers. I have a private community. If you want a copy of these lines, you can subscribe at a lower tier. You can join at a lower tier and you will get all these lines that you can copy on your own TradingView account. And also I have a special tier for stock alerts only with no community. If you get the community, you get everything. I also do a Tesla Weekly Live on Sunday. So this is for the community also. So I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday unless you are a community member, in which case we are going to also talk on Sunday. So have a great weekend and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.